This is the last part, the final, the end of the battle in Flanders against the French. You'll remember on the previous video that the French were broken. I'd lost some valuable cavalry from some light troops that appeared seemingly from nowhere. What we're now doing is chasing down routing troops to make sure he doesn't get any other troops off the field. It takes time to raise troops. It takes 2 moves to replenish troops that have taken casualties, whereas in 1 move you can raise new troops. The French, I'm sure, have still got plenty of money, which means that they can replenish these in a couple of moves, but they can also raise brand new troops in Alsace-Lorraine and in Paris. I know I've said this before, it's going to sound a bit boring saying it again, but it is very, very important to me to clear as many of these troops completely, so that they don't come back on the campaign map. Okay, we've cleared him out of the house there. You see how he's running away there to the left, he was. We've got him out of the house, but he's managed to get out of the house, presumably through a back door, and he's running away from me. I don't want to escape, of course, so I get hold of any cavalry I can now. It doesn't matter if it's general's cavalry. Nothing else on the field that can hurt me. He's running all over the place. I don't tend to finish the battle when I'm given the option. If it says battle won, do you wish to continue? Nearly always in battle situations like this I do continue, because otherwise what'll happen is they'll take some more casualties off me, even though he's routing, and give him units back, whereas I could actually use my cavalry to chase them off. So it's definitely worth, if you've got cavalry spare, to chase people off the field and not choose the option to end battle now. Close victory. I did lose some units there. Okay, battle statistics there, and just having a look at which troops are left. See, there's his, looks like about 2 damaged units disappearing back. All the way back to Alsace-Lorraine. Now, I'm not too far away from my city there. It looks like I can't reach it. And you try, and you think, oh, yep, can't reach it. That's because you're trying to move the whole army. And if you remember, there was a cavalry unit that came from, that came from my capital, and because it's moved so far, so much further than everything else, that unit can't get back into Flanders. So what I'm going to do is move everything else back in, and then just leave the cavalry unit outside it for now. That means that at least there's a decent army inside there to help with resistance, from the population, so that I can still maintain my usual taxes there. I'm going to replenish those troops. As you can see, it takes 2 moves to do that. So just click the cross button on there on the right hand side. Decided there not to replenish the first 2. Click on the first man, click on the last man with the space bar, and it highlights them all, usual sort of protocol with Windows, isn't it? And then click the plus there, and it's replenishing those troops there. They've gained some experience, so that's good news for us as well. Have a quick look in there, see what he's got. See, he's still got 3 units of infantry there in Alsace-Lorraine. Now it's going to take 2 moves to replenish those troops, like I say. He can rebuild quite a lot of units in only 1 move, because he's got the money to do that. So we are getting a little stretched. Back in the capital, I've got 5 troops in there. Remember I said I like to keep 4. I seem fairly safe at the moment. I'm feeling a bit happier, because Hanover is still an ally. Well, what I'm doing is I'm sending some troops this time, not over to Flanders. I'm sending them into that fort on the French side. The reason that I'm doing that is that Flanders doesn't have a fortification around it. So I'm hoping that instead of raising more troops and then attacking me in Flanders, he'll raise more troops and attack me in the fort instead, where I can defend it better. Not only that, if I do lose it, I'm not losing any income. I'm just losing a fort that doesn't belong to me anyway. They're going to be quite exposed, any troops in that fort. It's going to be a real beau geste situation there for whoever gets put in there. That's definitely an outpost for me. Okay, so I'm just leaving 2 units there in Flanders. If you look at look at Paris there now, you'll see the golden sort of discs, if you like, at the top of the line of troops that are in there, all the way next to the flag. Just below it, you'll see loads of grey. Every one of those is a firelock armed citizenry. So, I mean, it looks to me as though he's got about 18 troops in there, about 2 or 3 are regulars, and then the rest are firelock armed. So he's got quite a sizable amount of troops in there. Now, he can't come out and attack me with those. He can defend with them, though. Now, I'd like very much somehow to chase those ships out of there while there are only a few of them. It would be good fun to take those ships out and make some money from them as well. Just checking down as usual, just to see what I call it the red region check. Just check on the list down at the bottom right there. Open it up and click on regions, and then you can see which regions are the ones that are going red. I tend to, at this early stage in the game, keep them yellow. In other words, keep them at a point where they're just happy. Green tends to make me think, well, hang on a minute, they should be paying a bit more, so I increase the taxes. Having lost some troops, I'm just checking there that Flanders is okay, and that there's not more unrest because the I've reduced the number of troops that I've got in there due to casualties. This is the place that was damaged by the French as they marched in. It's valuable to me, so I'm going to repair it. This one is quite expensive to repair. You can tell if you can repair it or not if you click on it. That's either greyed out or lit there now, and obviously that's greyed out, which means I haven't even got the money to repair that. But if you look over at how much at risk I am, he's got a cavalry unit spare there. He could run it into there and just damage it again, and it's going to cost me a fortune just to keep repairing it. And of course I'm never going to make any money from it. I'm spending all my time repairing it. You can't make any money from a building while it's damaged, you see. So quick look over to the Americas. The dilemma here, as you remember, is I've got troops tied up on a ship that's going all the way over to Mexico, because Mexico is a lucrative place to own. How long can I keep paying for those 3 units? Those 3 units are probably costing me about 400-500 a turn. So obviously 3 turns at sea with those, that's 1500. 1 turn at sea, then you're only paying around about 500. And you've got to judge the payback you're going to get from it as well. As you can see, I'm looking at Cuba there and thinking, well, I looked at Guatemala just then, but before then I was looking at Cuba, the possibility of landing there instead. Bit of a juggling act here, as usual. Now, looking over to Ceylon now, nothing seems to be attacking me here at all. I left a small fleet in here, as you remember. Just quick check down the trades. Everything seems as normal. And there's the end of turn. The end of turn is going to come to the end of this video and the beginning of the next one. You'll see the British and the beginning of the French here. I will show you the rest of the French movements on the other video as well, so we'll see you at that one. I might add the British helped me a bit there by clearing away those Barbaries.